The Indigo Disk is a must-buy 9 out of 10 DLC. If you are a fan of Gen 5, Unova, or anything Scarlet and Violet, this is 100% something you're gonna have a lot of fun with. And even if you're not a fan of Scarlet and Violet, I think there's something really amazing for you here. Now, it doesn't come without its flaws. There's definitely some things that even I was disappointed by, and I'm a huge fan of Gen 5, Unova, and Gen 9. I love everything about Scarlet, Violet, Black and White, all of that good jazz, right? But even I was disappointed by a few things. But overall, I had a huge smile on my face playing this game. And I'm going to tell you guys why in a non-spoiler review, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, the gameplay. This is the most fun I've had playing a Pokemon game ever in terms of battling. Usually when you play a Pokemon game, it's pretty straightforward. Pretty much press A to win. This is not the case with the Blueberry Academy. This is not the case with the Indigo Disk. The Blueberry Academy trainers are all incredibly competent. Every single one of them, even the random trainer battles. They may have less than 6 Pokemon. I mean, they all do, besides the major fights. But they still put up a fantastic fight where you have to think. And there's a good chance that trainers of 4 Pokemon may actually beat you. I never lost them, but I was well prepared. If you go in with, you know, average level Pokemon of their level, 70s to 80s, you have to think. You push the 90, you push it to 100, maybe there's some way to cheese it out. Yeah, sure. But if you play through the Teal Mask and, you know, the Scarlet and Violet with your regular team, and you didn't beat every single trainer, you just went through what was necessary, you're gonna be there with like low level 80s probably, and you will need to think competitive strats. Every single double battle in this DLC, which is the majority of the battles from the DLC, requires some hardcore thinking. You have to think like a VGC player. You have to think of new strategies. It requires you to think, and that itself has made it so much fun. I can't stress this enough. Like, if you've been bored by Pokemon, this is for you. The only game prior to this that I would say got me to think a bit was Usum, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, right? It was harder. It was probably the hardest game we ever had, but it was still a single battle game. This is like Coliseum and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon put together in like the main line, and it's crazy. That too with the Unova music and the Unova references, and oh my god, I can't believe it. The variety of Pokemon in the terrarium is insane. Not only like running around with your Koraidon, Miraidon and seeing all these Pokemon is like a blast, but the variety of Pokemon that the trainers use, that the Elite Four uses, that the champion uses, it's crazy. Like, I can't see a way where you get bored. There's just so much to do outside of even the battling. Like, yeah, there's a ton of Pokemon for you to shiny hunt. There's a ton of Pokemon for you to face. You'll never get bored. There's always going to be new strategies. And I didn't even go into the detail that, yeah, every single trainer has items and proper competitive abilities and movesets. Like, they're out to get you. Like, oh my god. The champion of the region, which is not a spoiler because it was in the trailer, the champion of the region, Kieran, has the most viable competitive Pokemon on his team with the most recurrent, or one of the most common VGC strats ever. It is one of the most popular strats, and like every single major fight has a strat like this. It's crazy. Coming back to Terrarium, the biomes are insane. Every single biome has a remix. The coastal biome has the Driftville theme in its remix. You have all these Unova themes scattered towards all the biomes. I think the coastal biome itself has like 4 different Unova themes mixed in it. It's crazy. Forget the Unova hype. The biomes look great. It feels so cool to go from one season to another, from one region to another. I don't know, it's so seamless, it's so nice, it's so fun. You go into the polar biome and you see like a mini Chargestone cave. It is, oh my god, like, this was hype, man. You have to explore it and see for yourself. The environments are so good. And like, I don't think I'm gonna get bored of seeing the Pokemon here. The region is not as small as Kitakami, it's not as big as Paldea, but the terrarium is almost like a perfect size, where I feel like I can run around enough, I have enough to do, I have enough to see, enough to the point where I just have a smile on my face the entire time. It's so cool. And everyone and their mother is having fun with the Synchro Machine. The Synchro Machine I don't think would be that big of a deal, but there's so many people out there having fun reusing Goldango to like be Tony Hawk or across the Pokemon world. Blastoise and using its new swimming feature with the shell and the propulsion's coming from it. And that's my favorite, obviously. Freaking Toad's cool, going crazy on land. There's so many things you can do with the Synchro Machine. It's just a neat little touch to make things a little bit more fun. There are items to make catching Pokemon easier. There are items to make getting Pokemon with marks easier. There are ways to get all kinds of Pokeballs and all kinds of items, including Master Balls and other Apricorn Pokeballs that we couldn't get as easily before. Everything is just made easier, and there's so much to do. I don't think I'm gonna get bored of this because they've just stacked a ton of content. The Ace Academy tournament has changed, where it's still the same tournament, sure, but all of the trainers are updated with Pokemon from the DLC. Geetha is now competent. She has Glamora as her lead and King Gambit as her ace with a Terra Flying. Bro, it's crazy. Every single character, minus Briar, which I'll touch upon in a bit, every single character introduced in the Indigo Disk, I guess she wasn't introduced in the Indigo Disk, every single character in the Indigo Disk is top-notch. Cyrano, Lacey, Crispin, Amaris, Drayton, oh my god, Drayton's crazy. All of these characters and their interactions with one another, it's been top notch. I've just had a smile on my face seeing every single one of them. Their Elite Trials, Elite Force Elite Trials, they were all fun. They were all simple but fun. And their battles were, oh my god, I could go on with the battles forever. But they've made it fun. There was a proper story given in the Blueberry Academy. The Blueberry Academy story was really, really good. Obviously, the focus of the Blueberry Academy story is Kieran. Kieran is the main focus, dare I say, of both DLCs, the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disk. I would go as far as saying the entirety of the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero is more so a focus on him than it is Terrapagos. But that's just my thing. Again, no spoilers here. But the story that we got, the story that was delivered, the focus of Kieran, his character arc, his character development, it was so well done. And I don't know. How do I explain this without spoiling it? Every character has their own unique quirks, and it really, really shows. This is also the first time where I feel like in a long time, another Pokemon region, an older set of Pokemon games, has been referenced this hard, this well. Like, I can't remember the last time this was done. It might have been Black and White, actually. I know Sun and Moon had references to Kanto. I know that X and Y had references here and there to Black and White and everything else, but I don't think it's been so heavily focused on since Black and White. Black and White was the last time where I feel like other regions and other games were referenced this heavily. This is like the first time since then, and it's not even nostalgia bait, it's just nice to have an overarching world where it feels like things are connected, not just isolated from one another. It feels so good, and it makes sense. You can piece together certain things of these characters and their lore and just the world in general just by being there. Of course, the game does have issues. That's no denying that, right? There's some serious issues with the games. I know a friend who got soft locked, and they had to do something weird with the game to get out of it. There's crazy glitches, and none of that's excusable. You can still clip through the map in Paldea, I'm pretty sure, even after patch 3.0. So all of that is pretty inexcusable. I can't defend that. I don't know what to say regarding that. That's gotta get fixed. That really sucks. But if your game isn't super buggy or glitchy, mine isn't. So if your game isn't like that, you can kind of overlook it for now, and you can play it through. I think whatever's there in terms of content is peak. That's all I'm trying to say. In terms of glitches and all that good jazz, in terms of polish, yeah, is Scarlet and Violet still Scarlet and Violet? What to do? They got to fix that one way or another. But in terms of what the Blueberry Academy is, everything about the Blueberry Academy, top tier, slaps. I would say the Blueberry Academy alone is 10 out of 10. If we just had to take the Blueberry Academy, straight 10 out of 10, nothing to worry about, you're good. It's Area Zero where we have some problems. I, again, can't talk about this too much. I can't say too much because non-spoiler review here, but oh boy, I have some things to say. Also, if you want to see a spoiler review, then hit that subscribe button with the little bell icon so you get to see this, the freaking, what's it called? The spoiler review. Yeah, there we go. If it wasn't clear already, none of this is scripted. To give you the non-spoiler bit, I feel like Briar was a really wasted character. Briar and Kieran are the driving forces of this DLC. I'm saying the hidden treasure of Area Zero as a whole. Kieran is meant to be like the character focus, the story focus, you get it. Briar is like the lore focus. She's supposed to be bringing out anything related to mystery, anything related to Terapagos or Area Zero. It's her that's driving the narrative. It's her that has to reveal it to us. It's her that has to push it in one way or another, right? The moment you meet in Shield Mask, she's like, yeah, I want to know about Terapagos. I want to uncover what Terapagos is because my ancestor Heath was the one to find it. She fails at this utterly. Not to say she fails in a mission, not to say that she succeeds in a mission. I'm not going to go into that detail. But there is nothing that's really given to us or explained. The lore aspect, while Scarlet and Violet was such a great build-up, it had so many questions, and while yes, we were expecting to get new questions, it almost seems like we didn't get any of our questions answered too well from base Scarlet and Violet. Like, the Blueberry Academy stuff I finished, and I had a smile across my face for the whole thing, okay? The Area Zero stuff, I was like, okay, what did I learn? Like, what happened? And this is a thing that I think Pokemon's been doing. They've been giving us so much lore and questions, but they've never been answering it for a long time now. Again, I think since after Black and White, lore has been like down the water. If they give us lore, there's not much answers. It's just questions, and not in a good way, not in a satisfying way, not in a way where we want to know more. It's kind of like, oh, you left us disappointed. And that's how I felt by the end of this. Briar as a character, I feel like, oh, I can't go into because it's non-spoiler, but there's so much more that could have been done. And I'm like, yo, come on, man, come on. I don't know. It's hard to say. Here's the thing. If you are looking for a lot of mystery, a lot of answers, you want to know about the lore and all that good jazz, and that's the only reason why you're going to buy the hidden treasure of Area Zero, unfortunately, it doesn't deliver. It doesn't deliver in that aspect. Like, Game Freak did write a very compelling story. That story with Kieran has been done well, but not with Terapagos and Briar and the rest of that. Not the lore, not the Area Zero stuff, no. The Kieran story, great. The lore regarding Area Zero, nah. But if you're playing a game and you want to go through a great character arc, you want to go through a great time, a great challenge, just have a fun Pokemon experience, have a fun time with that, actually have some challenging battles, actually think and strategize, and play the game in a whole new way, I think the Indigo Disk definitely delivers. So, for me, it's like, you want to go for the Blueberry Academy, go for it. That is a straight slapper. That goes hard. Area Zero, I feel like it peaked after the AI Sada and Tour thing. I don't think it gets any better than that. Like, that was peak. They kind of fell flat with it here. And that's the most I can say because it's non-spoiler. If you want me to have a video spoiler talk with a similar thumbnail like this one, let me know. I will go for it. Feel like I should have included facecam with this. I didn't. So let me know if you want to see that. If not, all good. But for all the non-spoiler folk, yeah, I think you should play this, bro. Like, I don't know. They did well. They definitely did well with this. I have hats out to Game Freak. I wish the marketing team didn't spoil so much, but I think Game Freak, you delivered something great here. Really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing this DLC a lot more because I'm having a blast. I am having a thorough blast, bro. It's been a nice time, and it's given a lot of value to this game. I'm thoroughly impressed. Hey, you should subscribe if you want to see the spoiler review once you're done with the non-spoiler review, but besides that, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you over on the next video, alright? Later, bye!